Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to Pritha Se Pucho. In this series, I will be talking to wonderful professionals who are fabulous in their work and they're having an amazing career. And the reason I'm doing this is in the course of my experience of 8 years, I have met a lot of people and students who struggle with choosing what career will work for them, and they are aware of only very limited professions and careers. And this also affects adults who already are in a profession and they wish to change careers, but even then they are confused because they don't really know who to approach. They probably will get a career test done, and but they don't really know what goes into that career, what to expect, what not to expect, and what are the pros and cons in that career. So, with that, I would like to invite my lovely dear friend Sapna Narayan. She is Coach Sapna Narayan, and um, she is an author. She has written 2 books. Let me tell you the name of the books. She is the author of With English Be Distinguished, which was launched in August 2021. And she co-authored a book which is called Caterpillar to Butterfly, which is about to get launched in April 2022. She's the founder director of Ethereal Enterprises with its 2 limbs, Ethereal Learning and Ethereal Soaps. She has a YouTube channel, Ethereal Learning with Sapna Narayan, that has 600 subscribers and where she teaches pronunciation and sentence formation in English. She is the creator of internationally licensed course, Better English for a Professional Tomorrow, and English LSRW Skills for Professionals as a part of North American Hub for OE4BW, Slovenia, which is an UNESCO course. She has helped over 2,000 students, teachers, along with 100 plus entrepreneurs, employees, politicians to have an impact with their English. She reads a chapter every day, and her mission is to impact and serve 1 million lives by 2022. A warm welcome to Sapna. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview. And how are you doing?
Thank you, Pritha, for inviting me. And you told me I'm your first guest. I'm totally honored to be the first one. And I'm doing very well, very happy to be with you. And this is the first time we are actually interacting face to face. So amazing, very excited.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So, how is it going? How's life?
Wonderful, very satisfying.
Amazing. With that, so let us begin the interview. So let's talk about your books. You are an author. You've written 2 books. Please tell me about that.
Yeah, Pritha. So in 2019, if somebody would have told me that Sapna, you are going to be an author next year, I would say you are totally off your handle because this was not even in the wildest dream. Why? Because I did not think it was something which was possible. And this was not for me. Being an author is not my cup of tea. But come 2020, and of course, we all know we were with COVID all around. I actually got into an amazing company and very motivating company, and they instilled in me that yes, I can be an author. An author, what kind of author? Author for a book which belongs to my niche. As an English confidence building coach, I picked up a topic, I picked up a subject which would, take my coaching journey as an English confidence building coach further. And as you read, that I want to affect and touch 1 million lives by 2022. How do I do that? I can't actually do it like this, but with a book out in the world, if even one family has the book and they are a family of four people are going to touch it. And actually, I'm hoping that they would touch it. So this is how I'm going to touch 1 million lives. And somehow, and in some which way, I probably will bring about a small change in their life, which will make me really, really happy. So started off with this big number for myself. And this is one way that I think I can do it. Books. The second one is also out, about to be launched very soon. And that's a co-authored book, actually. But yes, I'll touch lives with this.
That is
This is one way to do this.
This is a wonderful legacy to have, Sapna, being an author and
Indeed.
leaving your mark in this world. Because how else do we leave a mark in this world? So, all the very best. And
Absolutely.
I hope you just don't touch 1 million lives, you touch all the lives in the world with your book, whoever comes in touch with it. So, all the best to you.
Thank you.
So, Sapna, I want to ask you, there are a lot of spoken English coaches. What is the difference between them and you? You call yourself English confidence building coach.
Building coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is the difference? Can you please enlighten our viewers?
Absolutely. Such a wonderful question you've asked me, Pritha. You will have a number of people ask me, आप spoken English लेते हैं? Do you take spoken English? This is how people ask me. And I'm not spoken English coach as such. I call myself as English confidence building coach, Pritha, primarily because at least in India and most people around the world know some bit of English. If nothing else, they would know hello, they would know thank you, they would know happy birthday, right? So everyone knows some level of English, and English being a global language, everyone wants to be adept in the language so that they're able to feel good about themselves, point one, and they're able to communicate with everyone around, irrespective of whatever their mother tongue or whichever country they might belong to. So English has this very strong thing about it, that it is everyone wants to be perfect with it or wants to be really fluent with it. So I call myself English confidence building coach because people know English, but they're not confident enough to speak it well. It is like, you know how to drive, you are learning how to drive, but you already have a license. Okay, you've managed a license somehow. But if I ask you, please take me to the hospital, you're like, no, 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 I can't take you to the hospital. You don't have confidence to drive me to the hospital. You fear that instead of driving me to the hospital, you might also be ending up in the hospital with me. So that's what confidence does. You may know it, you may know how to drive, you may know how to speak English, but when it comes to a situation where you need to be really good at it, communicating in English, that is where you falter. Why? Because you don't have confidence. Why does a person does not have confidence? It's because the person is hesitant. Why is a person hesitant? Is because he does not know the right from the wrong. And who is going to tell him what is right and what is wrong? That is me, Sapna Narayan, the coach. Yeah. And when I tell them, okay, so this is right and this is wrong, not in terms of grammar, I'm not talking about in terms of grammar or anything. It also includes grammar. I treat English as a life skill. It is a life skill. It's not a subject. It's not only for marks. It is not just a language. It is a life skill which one must know. Just like you should know how to swim, you should know how to drive, and you should know how to cook. So it's very close to that. So when Sapna Narayan tells my client, does role play or whatever session I do with them, I tell them that this is right and this is wrong. They go out, step out into the world, knowing exactly what is right and what is wrong. They are not hesitant, and thereby they are confident. And with that confidence, whatever they are trying to say, whatever they are trying to put forth to their clients or their employees, or maybe their family, or maybe a love interest or a crush or whatever, you know, they come out, they actually bloom because that confidence is there, right? They know with the license, they know they can take me to the hospital also now. That is what it is all about. That is why I call myself an English confidence building coach. And it is not only about people knowing or not knowing English. I have clients who've had wonderful education. Their English is good, their vocabulary is good, their pronunciation are good. They're all from missionary schools, doing pretty well. Yet they come to me. Why? They come to me for articulation, because that is the third level after pronunciation and vocabulary. Articulation comes third, wherein you have to know how to arrange your sentences in such a way, put them together in such a way that it sounds impressive and impactful to whosoever is your client. And then comes public speaking, which has a lot of nuances attached to it. And last but not the least, my elite program is authoring. You don't know English well, and then you end up becoming an author. So that is an ethereal journey. So you can see the name of my company, Ethereal Enterprises. That is the feeling I want in my clients. This is what I aspire to give it to them. That was a long answer.
Sapna, and I have never heard English being a life skill, but I don't think I'll ever be able to unsee this or unhear this. Because English is definitely a life skill. Doesn't matter if you go to South India, you go to Canada, you go to Russia. This is the one thing, because of colonization, is something that binds us all together. And
The
as
Britishers have left behind the
yeah,
footprint.
and as much as we want to resent it, or want to uphold our own language, we can. But at the same time, we can be competent in English so that we are able to grow beyond what we already are. So that is absolutely, absolutely wonderful. So would you tell me, how do you structure this? How do you bring a person, like you said, who knows nothing, from point 0 to point 10? Like what does the journey look like for them?
So if the person is at point 0, I don't pick them up. Because for me, that's the minimum requirement, that I'm not your English teacher. I'm not going to sit and teach you ABC. No, you have to know some English. And I will take you first step, whatever English you know, I'm going to make you sound polished. I'm going to perfect your pronunciation. So you don't really have to bother about what you need to say. You only need to bother about how you need to say. And then I'm going to tell you the entire techniques of how to get it sound polished. So these are my workshops. And one is just starting on 15th of February. So these are two workshops which form the bouquet of time to sound polished. And in that, I cover up everything, all the sounds for them, and teach them live. Then once they know whatever they know, they can speak it well. It can be simple sentences, absolutely simple, like, what's your name? So if they say, what's your name? It sounds good. Vis-a-vis, what is your name? So there, what is your name becomes what's your name. Not a very difficult sentence, but there is a whole lot of difference in this. Then I work on their vocabulary bit, giving them the right words to put into, whatever they're conversing, because nobody has patience to listen to 30 words where 3 would suffice. So I work on the vocabulary part. And then, as I mentioned in the previous question, that I work on the articulation, wherein articulation is all about saying the things in a way which will fall well for the listener, whosoever that may be. And for that, you may have to pick up a story, you may have to give an experience, you may have to draw an analogy, you need to do you work on perceptions or whatever. So I teach them doing that. And last but not least, public speaking. There are plenty of things which encompasses public speaking. People are fearful of public speaking. Do you know, Pritha? Glossophobia, fear of public speaking, is topmost. And after that comes fear of death. So a person would rather be in the coffin rather than reading an eulogy for, for the dead. So that's how bad it is. And there's nothing to fear. You're not going to die. You're not crossing a road, no accident, no blood, nothing. But even then, glossophobia, fear of public speaking, is the greatest fear of all.
Wow.
So I work on that, and there are plenty of nuances, how you stand, how you say, what pitch, what volume, what intonation, plenty of things which come into it. And I train people on that as well. And last but not the least, again, the authoring of a book, you leave a legacy behind. As you said, one should leave a legacy behind. Everyone has a unique life. They have unique experiences. They have unique story to tell to the world. Why not? Go ahead, write. Just like me, wouldn't have occurred to you that you could have become an author. And when I could become one, you can too. So this is what I believe, and this is how I structure my courses. And of course, one-to-one is there, customization, is all of it is there, certainly.
Yeah, so that was my next question. That you said that you're a English confidence building coach, and you also said that you do workshops. So, how do the models work?
So there are, in my bio, you also read there are licensed courses, right? So these licensed courses, I have been part of OE4BW, which is Open Education for Better World, Slovenia. It's a UNESCO's initiative, and it's a mentorship program. And this is a global program, amazing people in it. And I have been part of the North American hub for it for 2 years. And I have been mentored from very learned people. So my first course, which was Better English for a Professional Tomorrow, was mentored by two wonderful ladies from North America. They are into English language and working amazingly in their colleges, Cambridge and all right. And my second English LSR my mentor was from Harvard, again working on the same lines, and he's mentored me through making the course. So these are courses which have got a huge backing of amazing people, who guided me through it. And so this is one way wherein people don't have time. They don't have time for, live workshops. So you can just pick up the course, and they are like, one is a 4-week course, one is a 15-day course, 2-week course. And what I do is I open the module for them, one module a week. They do it, and I meet them once in a week, and a live interaction with them wherever they're faltering or whatever. And so they do not really have to pull out time for me. Just once in a week, 1 hour is good enough. And for others, and for others, so for others who can afford to bring in this kind of time, live, nothing like live workshops. You also know, all of us and all know this. Nothing like live workshops, amazing learning. You get immediate feedback and all of that. So for those people, I just give have this workshop, 5 days workshop, 6 days workshop. Okay. We do it and we get it done, and they know exactly now. So when my clients, my learners know how to correct themselves, my job is done. I can take a step back.
Wow, that is so powerful.
Yes, so just empowering them is what I do.
And that must feel so empowering for yourself as well, right? When you see people who were probably knew English but never opened their mouth in public because they were embarrassed, or they thought their accent must sound funny, or they just didn't have that confidence within themselves, and then they are able to just stand and just what's your name, and just introduce themselves. I mean, that must feel so powerful for you as a coach.
I feel like a mummy hen clucking.
Oh man, that is so sweet. So when you're doing this, you're changing so many lives, you're changing a million lives. You want to touch the life of a million people with your book, with your courses. What gives you the drive to do this day in and out?
My live interaction with people. I connect with whoever would want to connect with me on daily basis. I am live on Clubhouse every day at 9:45 p.m. on my club. And I give them topics, and I have about 100 people who walk into my room, at least 100 people every day. We have nice conversation about for 90 minutes at the max. And I actually have to close down the room like, oh, it's pretty late now. Beyond 11:30, I really must stop. Tight. Go, bye-bye. We'll meet tomorrow. So I started the series with, A words and B words and, empowering people's vocabulary. And now I'm on to serious, more corporate kind of subjects. And I am having amazing people walking in and sharing their thoughts. It's like I love to go back and listen to the replays also, because it's so amazing, very, very enriching. Not I'm whatever it is for them, it is very enriching for me. So I love my rooms, and I love that live interaction which I get, which I'm actually very disappointed with YouTube. I make so much effort in making a video for my learners. If they just come, they watch, and they go away. Even if they're subscribing or liking, I don't even know who's done what, unless they put in a comment there, which people rarely do. Unless you have to really ask them, put in a comment. I just don't like the idea of saying, please share, subscribe, like, and comment. It's like, uh, I have made it for you. It should come automatically. So that is not something which really gives me too much pleasure. It does not give me that motivation and drive. Clubhouse, that live interaction gives me motivation and drive. And of course, the testimonial. So one of my workshop testimonials is there on my YouTube also. And it's like so beautiful that I go and watch it at times to get motivated myself.
Wow.
So that gives me pleasure. I'm very, very happy doing what I do.
That's amazing, Sapna. That's so powerful. And you like a proper extrovert that you get fueled when there are people talking to you and you talk to people. There's a proper energy exchange. That is amazing. And as a
Hmm.
coach and trainer myself, I can totally relate to that, that you literally feel that electricity, going when you're giving that live talk and there are people in front of you. And I'm so glad because of technology, even if we are not able to physically go and do live sessions, we still
Mm,
touch lives, and in the comfort of our homes. So that's wonderful.
yeah.
So how can somebody reach out to you if somebody who watches this video? How can they reach out to you and they want to improve themselves?
So you'll find me on Clubhouse every day. And I am there on every platform as Sapna Narayan. I'm on Instagram as Coach Sapna Narayan. I'm on YouTube as Ethereal Learning with Sapna Narayan, Sapna Narayan, Sapna Narayan, Sapna Narayan everywhere. Amazon as with author of With English Be Distinguished. And everywhere you will have my connect, my contact. You will probably have my all links in one link, Sleek Bio link, or you'll have my email ID. Something would always be there for you to connect with me. I would request you to just get onto Instagram, Coach Sapna Narayan, Coach Sapna underscore Narayan, and just put me a message there, and then I will guide you. The rest of it I will take care. I will guide you everywhere.
And another thing that we can do is, guys, viewers, what we'll do is in this video, in the description, you will find Sapna's links, so you can reach out to her and connect for your sessions. So don't worry, we will make sure that you don't have to go and hunt for her. We will offer you on platter, and so that you are able to take the leap of faith and with English be distinguished.
Thank you so much for that, Pritha.
My absolute pleasure. So, so I would like to ask you this one final question. Sapna, is like I said, the series is for viewers who are either students and they want to understand what are the different professions that they can do and still make good money, because life is not just doctors and engineers. You can be a coach and make as much as a doctor, perhaps. So what are the tips that you would give a student, and what are the tips that you would give another individual who probably has 5, 6, 10 years of corporate experience or any other experience for that matter, and they want to have a change in careers? So what is it that you can tell them?
So you have two questions in this.
Yeah.
One is for the students, one is for people who are in mid-career, or even who have, I wouldn't say finished their career, who are at the fag end of their 50s or something, wherein, in India by 60, you are retired.
Right.
You're made to retire.
You're made to
But
retire.
you needn't retire.
You
But you
did.
needn't retire.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is what I want for people, that they shouldn't retire because they have amazing experience, and everyone is capable of solving some problem for someone. For me, my English was, I didn't have to go to an institute and learn and all of that. No, that was my upbringing. And when I grew up, I realized this was such a big gap which people
Yeah.
were struggling with. They had to compromise on their confidence, on their social standing, and their career growth. Everything they had to compromise just because, not because of their talent, but just because of their English. So this is where I thought I can solve their problem. Identify which problem you can solve. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to become a coach because you have had an experience which will benefit somebody somewhere. So you just step out, go into the coaching arena, and you can coach people. There are plenty of people who can teach you how to coach. I can guide you, Pritha can guide you, plenty of people out there, and you can do wonders, not only for yourself. It brings that smile, that glow, that happiness within you, that you are not going to retire now. I hate the idea of retiring at 60. I would want to work for myself. And also, this the coaching also provides you passive income. You can earn as you sleep, and you would want to do that, right? My book, I have put in my heart and soul into my book. It's out there, and even if I die, this book is going to earn whatever amount to not only me but my kith and kin and everyone. So, and my courses, they are prepared courses, they are going to earn. So that is passive. Even if you're on a hospital bed, it's not that, oh, I haven't gone to work, so I will not get paid. No, you've done your job. Okay, so I would suggest that people should step into this as students. Guys, your life is so different from what I had, and you'll have greater problems than what we had in schools and colleges. I can see children having heart attack and going into depression and things like that. In our days, there was no depression, nothing. I had barely seen anybody who was depressed. Today, I see youngsters being depressed, and I'm like, I just can't fathom what it is all about. But I'm sure you are facing a lot of expectations issues, a lot of expectation from others, from yourself. Parents are also there, families there, girlfriends are there now. Everyone is there. So you have issues, and if you have gone through some issue, or if you have a trick up your sleeve which can surpass, or may help somebody just avoid the oncoming issue, go ahead, write a book, go ahead, become a coach. Just identify, take that leap of faith. In case you feel the need to write a book, I can help you write a book. I, being an author myself, this is one of my programs. I do help people write their book. It will be your story. I will just guide you and help you through. Take that leap of faith, trust yourself, and be a happier person. This
Wow.
is just all I want to say, Pritha.
That is so powerful, Sapna. Thank you for sharing that powerful insight. And yes, it's very important to acknowledge that students nowadays have a lot of luxuries, yet the challenges that they face is 10 times more than our parents faced or our grandparents faced. So yes, it's very
Yes.
important to acknowledge both the ends, the good and the bad. It's a double-edged sword, as they say. Uh, so what are the steps that they can follow to become a coach or a trainer?
So they need to join a community. They need to trust someone with themselves. You have to, it's you are not going to test someone. First, put in your trust. Then put yourself to test. Are you able to walk on the path? Are you prepared? If you're prepared, you would. If you respect your teacher or your coach or your guide, you are going to make it. But if you're out there trying to nitpick and find faults with whosoever is teaching you, your guide or teacher or mentor or whosoever, you're never going to make it. Guru ko guru ka darja dena hai. Tabhi you get the blessings, And
Absolutely.
nothing like blessings to take you forward. And those smiles and the warm hug that you get from the universe is unparalleled. So go ahead, trust, find a guru for yourself.
That
We
is a
can guide you. We have found gurus, we found it, and we can guide you. Just go ahead,
absolutely.
connect.
To become a guru, you have to first have a guru. So, and
Mhm.
keeps continuing. And one of the biggest mistakes, Sapna, I observe is people think that they need to do it all by themselves. And that's where they falter and they fail. Where they feel that, oh, I should know this by myself and I should be able to do this by myself. No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
I'll tell you one thing, Preeta, in this case. Yes, very valid point you've brought out, People feel in this internet world, people feel, oh, why should I pay this one? All this knowledge is free. It's all free. I wouldn't have been in this position without putting my money in there. Putting my money is not putting food into your coach's stomach. Putting money is your commitment to yourself.
Right.
And I have a very interesting thing to tell you, When I made my first internationally licensed course, I went through the entire year of making that course and all of the learning. First one is always a lot of work, lot of learning. So I did all of that and I had such a big heart. I'm going to change the world. I made the course. I opened it free for the world, opened it free for the world. And in the first round itself, about 60 to 70 people registered for it. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Yes. And do you know, only 2 people completed the course? Such
No.
an insult. Yeah. I was like, what? I stepped out to be this, person who would change people's life free of cost. And what happened was just 2 people completed the course. I was so disappointed. I thought it was total disrespect to my efforts and my goodness. And then it's the same. See, I put in the effort.
58 people who didn't complete her first course. You have hurt Sapna's feelings. Okay, say sorry.
Yes. Yeah. And then what they did, next time I put a price to it. Lesser people registered, more people
Complete.
completed. All right. And then the every time I would raise the price, more people would complete it. I was like, this is amazing, good on both ends. I get paid more, and more people actually learn. So it's not nothing has changed. I haven't changed. The course hasn't changed. Nothing has changed. By putting in more money, you're committing more to yourself to bring about that change in you. That is the difference there. It makes me happy. I get paid for it. It doesn't hurt me at all.
What's the harm in getting paid for what you're doing? This
That is what people feel. Everything is free. Oh, I can do this. I pay 199 rupees and I'll become an author. Do you really think that happens? You are seeing that, but then there's something known as marketing, and don't fall prey for that. Don't waste unnecessary time and money on taking steps and steps and steps and steps, and then realizing, oh, they're charging me so much. Be prepared mentally. This is what I use my budget, and I want to find this this tutor, or I want to make this change in me. This is the commitment I can give. 5,000, 1,000, 5,000, 1 lakh, whatever figure you want to invest in yourself. Identify that.
And you're worth
and
it.
then you will be at peace. Yes, just know what you're worth. And you're really going to shine.
Absolutely.
This is what there are plenty of people who just learn free, and they end up nowhere.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I put in my money and I have the blessings of my guru and respect of my family. Can you imagine how happy my parents were when I had dedicated this book to them? They didn't know. When on the stage they got to know this, they were like super thrilled. My children have so much respect for me now. My husband is like, he will bring me tea and everything right on the table because he sees me working 24/7. It's not easy. Working for yourself is not easy. You work 24/7. I used to get paid more when I was working uh, in a corporate world. And I used to work those hours, and that was the end of my job. I used to relax and sit on Netflix. Today, I don't have time to sit on Netflix at all because I'm working for myself, and that's the commitment it is.
Thank you so much, Sapna. This was so insightful. So, guys, um, I hope you have all the answers that you were looking for. So, Sapna is an international coach, and she teaches people on, how to speak English confidently and build confidence to speak English. And she is the author of With English Be Distinguished, and all the link that you need to get in touch with her will be in the description box. So make sure you click and follow her, and check out all the things that she has to offer, because this is definitely going to change your life. Because I work with Sapna, she's one of my colleagues, and she's one of the most amazing, talented, brilliant people and hardworking people that I have met. She
Yes.
put me to shame that, oh my god, I have not done these things, and so she's an amazing accountability partner, and I'm very, very grateful that I know you, Sapna. You're a wonderful, wonderful gem of a person. So with that, I think we can end and wrap up today's episode.
One thing.
So guys,
One more
I,
thing, Pritha.
oh yes,
One more thing. Yeah. So I'm a corporate trainer. I take up corporate assignments. I have uh, worked with Amway, SPSI, RAF. Yeah, I've worked with these companies, trained their employees not to speak English. They are VPs and CEOs and GMs on how to conduct themselves, because communication plays a huge role in interpersonal relationship and motivation of the employees of the team as a whole and profits thereby. So I have trained people, and I still do on one-to-one basis or as a corporate assignment. So that is the thing which I do for a living.
that is one.
Presentations, meetings, all of it needs communication, and everybody wants to be loved and appreciated. I
Absolutely.
teach them how to get
And
it.
if you're good at something, you can make money out of the most simple things. I was just having a conversation with my husband, who's in advertising, and I was just, admiring the fact that people get paid to write tweets, and it's not an easy job. It is, quite challenging. You have to be very clear with what you're trying to say,
Yeah.
and every work is hard work. Some are physically hard, and some are mentally, challenging, but you get paid to do whatever you love, and if you love it very
Yeah.
deeply, you can do it. So you don't have to restrict yourself being a doctor, engineer, architect. Not that those are bad professions, but they are not the only ones that you have. Like you have
Exactly.
other options, and this series is just doing that to make you aware of all the different professions that you can look at, consider. Because if you have chosen a profession because you had to, and you're not really happy, you're not satisfied,
Yeah.
and you're working 9 to 5, and you dread Mondays, and then if you're able to find something that which makes you wake up with excitement and enthusiasm, and you're looking forward to all the Mondays and all the days of the week where your working doesn't feel like work but it feels like a party, I think this is the biggest blessing that we can have. And I am so
Indeed.
grateful to say that I live that life. Sapna lives that life.
Even I.
And you can too. So do keep watching our episodes. There will be more and more such people I'm blessed to interact with, and they will be gracing our YouTube channel. And Sapna, thank you so much to join an episode of Pritha Se Pucho and transform the lives of so many people, and making my day absolutely amazing. I hope you get all the success in the world. All the best for your upcoming book. From caterpillar to butterfly. I know that you've co-authored that book, and I know for a fact it's going to be
Yeah.
a grand success. And I'll see you at the book launch. In
Yeah.
I'm already very excited, and I've already started planning where on which day. So
Ditto.
so much, and let's see you guys. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I know Sapna doesn't like saying this,
Yeah.
but she has a lot of followers, I don't. And please follow us so that you can get to experience more of these learnings from brilliant professionals and experts in their fields, and completely transform your life. So thank you, Sapna.
Thank you, Pritha, for a patient hearing, people. Thank you so much. I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
Yes. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.